What's up guys, welcome to another video in the new shop. And if you haven't caught the last upload, Ford got some specialties and it looks absolutely incredible. Now guys, I don't normally go for that stretched look, but on that Ford, it looks pretty dang good, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe a little bit of reverse level would look a little bit better. But that setup on this truck looks absolutely incredible for the meantime. Has some big plans in the future. You guys are gonna wanna stay tuned for that, I promise. But that brings me up to today's topic of conversation, which is this beast right here. Jack has been talking about taking this thing under the knife for months. He's always talking, he's like, what do you think we should do to the AT4? Do you think we should like do this, that, and this? Well, I think today has finally been enough talking. He's in Utah, Park City, having a freaking blast, I bet, with all that fresh snow out there.
Welcome to the vlog, bro. Known this man for 5 years, first time finally meeting him, the beauty of social media. And we just discovered this gem. Woo! Oh my God. Cheers, bro. Happy New Year. Take care. That was epic.
And I'm here alone in the shop with the AT4 and a bunch of tools. So I think it's finally time that we take the bull by the horns and we tear down this AT4 and finally get this thing built the way he's looking to build it. Got a few plans, obviously. It's got to go through the headlight process. Sean down at Peach Bottom absolutely kills that. We're gonna take the mirrors off, get them resprayed. They're not a bad job, but they're not quite Peach Bottom quality. So we're gonna have these redone. Got to get the fender flares redone again. Good job, just not quite Sean's quality. These fender caps from running wide tires, well, they've seen better days. These steps, everything else is black on this truck, but those steps right there. So those have got to come off. Same with the bumper steps. I think we're gonna do some stuff to the lights. I'm not sure. Basically, we gotta take this truck completely apart and let Sean do his magic. All right guys, and in no time at all, the AT4 is completely apart. I shouldn't say no time at all, it took like 2 hours, which isn't bad, you know. Pretty much did it all myself, had a little bit of help, just for the mirrors really, because I didn't want them falling off. This thing is completely torn down, no front bumper, no headlights, no mirrors, no fender flares, no side steps, no rear bumper steps. Ah, that leads me to the tail lights though. We gotta pull those out because those are getting messed with. All right guys, made short work of those headlights. As most of you guys know by this point, it's already too cold, so it doesn't take very long. But that being said, we've got to get all of the parts from the AT4 loaded into the back of the LBZ to take down to Peach Bottom, which we're gonna do here in this vlog yet because gotta try and hurry up this process. Jack gets back in a few days. He might not get it back in one piece, so he's gonna be like, why is my truck apart? But it's a story for another time. We'll deal with that later. So let's get everything loaded into the back of the LBZ and get heading down to Peach Bottom. Alright guys, got the L5P all moved. Time to move the LBZ into the shop, but first, cold start. It's gonna take a second, Casey, so just bear with me. And everybody, I guess. I don't know if Casey's gonna put this in or not, but you know, should be like right about. Nice. Now I'm sure as you can clearly see in that shot, my wheels are a little bit dirty. It's been raining all week in PA. Heck, I think it even snowed on Monday. So, this thing's in desperate need of a bath. If we get back from Peach Bottom in enough time, I gotta look at the forecast. But maybe I'll give it a bath this afternoon. We'll see, we'll see. Back at our favorite spot. Wow, they're packed. That boy Sean keeping it busy. Well, you're about to get a little busy. All right, guys, Operation Mod Jack's truck, because he's talking about it too much and not doing it, is in full effect. Sean's on board. He should have the paint back to us tomorrow, right, Sean? Tomorrow? I think you can do it. Who cares if it's New Year's Eve? You'll get it done in 10 minutes, I promise. But we got all the parts in there for Sean to do his magic too, and hopefully we'll be back down here within a couple of days to come pick him up. All right, guys, now we just got back up from Peach Bottom, and what would a truck build be without some sweet rock light? And that is something that AT4 has been missing for a very long time. Now we're riding around in style in Lone Star, and that thing has some sweet rock lights. Let me turn them on and show you real quick. It'll be a little hard to tell in here because it's bright. Someone left that on. And these rock lights in Lone Star look absolutely incredible. A little hard to tell right now, but when you're rolling around at night, these lights completely change the look of these trucks, and they literally look like spaceships rolling down the highway. Now that being said, I just placed an order for a bunch of rock lights because we have quite a few trucks that are gonna need them coming up here. So let's dive into this box and pick out our lights that we're gonna use for the AT4. That should be all the lights we need. If not, we got a few more in this box right here, so don't be alarmed. Also, these packing peanuts, they get everywhere. I hate them. All right, before I forget, let's turn Lone Star's rock lights off. So I figured Lone Star's lit up so well, and GMC's are pretty much the same underneath as the Chevys. We're pretty much gonna do the same positioning that we did under Lone Star, which I'm not totally sure where we did, because I was out in Idaho when we did this truck. So, yep. Okay, yep, okay. All right, so they're mounted in a good spot, so let's get the AT4 up on the lift and get to work. Also, guys, this is what I call the I woke up this morning, it didn't feel like tying my boots look. It's quite the new style, I might add. Tuck the laces in the boot, slip the boot on, you're ready to rip and roll. I'll tell you what, that radiant tube heater that we got hung up along the back wall does an absolutely fantastic job because it is warm in here. Consideration, I'm gonna move the truck back a little bit more. Just get it centered up in that lift just perfectly. Welcome back after that brief commercial interruption. Let's get this truck up in the air. Now remember, kids, you can never be too safe putting the truck up in the air. Always check your points several times. And then when you get it up in the air, give it the good old shake test and make sure it's sturdy. I'd say that's pretty good. Just for good measure, we're gonna check all of your points again. Everything looks A-okay. Guess that's all the farther we gotta go up right now because we gotta take the fender liners out, so. All right, guys, so I got most of the, well, I got all of the rock lights mounted and half of them wired up. Wasn't gonna bore you guys with that, but I gotta hit the road and go pick Jack up from the airport. Fortunately, Sean couldn't get the painted parts back in a day. I mean, come on, Sean, you're better than that. I think you could have done them in, it was a half day, wasn't it? Weren't you guys working like a half day on Friday? Should have had them done. But nevertheless, we finally got the AT4 build started, and it's finally underway. After months of talking about it, it's actually finally started. We should have the winner announcement coming soon for the high country, so just stay tuned. It's coming soon, I promise. Like I said, guys, I'm running really late for the airport, so that's where we're gonna end this one. Like League, do what you guys do best. If you aren't already subscribed, tap that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.
It's move-in day.
All right, guys, so the plan is to take the lift and get it installed pretty much right dead smack dab in the middle of the building, in the middle bay. We just took some measurements from the garage door opening, and we're about 21 foot exactly, which essentially puts us right in between, almost dead center between that relief cut and that relief cut. And then you can see this relief cut almost runs exactly down the center of this bay. We actually just measured it and it's like 3.5 inches off, but it's pretty dang close. That little mark right there is where the 2-post lift is going to hang out, and it's going to essentially span this relief cut. That lift inside to inside measurement is 12 foot exactly, and we've got a 14-foot door. We're gonna plop it right here in the middle. The whole idea with putting it specifically right there is that we can actually pull in the average pickup truck, which is roughly, call it 20 to 21 foot. I'm going off of my F450 measurement because those things span a lengthy 23 foot from tip to tail. And the idea is it's gonna give us a stage front, dead and center to play with the trucks, and it's going to allow us to pull anything up behind without having to actually split the lift time in and time out. So in theory, we could pull one vehicle up here and another vehicle back here, and the lift is going to be right in the middle of them. It's a convenient location for maneuvering vehicles, but it's also going to be an awesome spot where we're going to be able to get angles we've never been able to get before. Like this one right here, where we're legitimately 20 foot away from where the front of that truck's going to be. Or this one right here, which would put me into the neighbor of the old shop because there was a wall legitimately right up along the side. Or this view right here, which we've never been able to see before because there was a wall right where that wire is. Y'all get the point. I really want to have a stage for the builds that we do, and finally we have a space that's representative of the quality of the trucks that we absolutely love churning out here on the channel.